The story of Habakkuk. Habakkuk teaches that trusting God is important, even when we do not understand what is happening around us. The book encourages believers to keep faith during difficult times, knowing that God is always working according to His perfect plan. It reminds us to be patient, pray faithfully, and depend on God when life feels uncertain. Habakkuk shows that real peace is not found in easy circumstances, but in a close relationship with God, trusting Him through every challenge and waiting confidently for His guidance. Habakkuk looked at the evil and injustice around him and wondered why God seemed silent. When God replied that He would use the Babylonians to judge Judah, Habakkuk became even more troubled because the Babylonians were known for their cruelty. Struggling to understand how this could be part of God's plan, he wrestled with difficult questions about God's justice and learned the importance of trusting God even when the answers are not clear. God announces 5 judgments against Babylon because of its violence, greed, injustice, and worship of false gods. Although Babylon appeared powerful, God made it clear that its evil would not go unpunished. At the same time, He gave a message of hope, promising that one day the whole earth would be filled with the knowledge of His glory. At the heart of Habakkuk's message is a powerful truth: those who trust God and remain faithful to Him will find life, strength, and hope no matter what happens around them. As Habakkuk remembers God's power and faithfulness, his fear begins to turn into trust. Even though he does not know what the future holds, he chooses to rely on the Lord and rest in His promises. Habakkuk declares that true joy and strength come from God alone, showing that faith can remain strong even when life is filled with challenges and uncertainty. Habakkuk discovers that true faith remains strong even when life feels uncertain and hope seems far away. He learns that peace comes from trusting God's goodness, wisdom, and justice rather than depending on favorable circumstances. The book teaches that confidence in God is built on who He is, not on what we can see, reminding believers to hold on to Him through every trial and challenge. Habakkuk shows that God is in control of every nation and kingdom. Human rulers and powerful empires may rise and fall, but God's authority lasts forever. He can use nations to accomplish His purposes, yet He also holds them responsible for their actions. The book reminds us that no earthly power is greater than God, and His justice will always prevail in the end. The central message of Habakkuk is to trust God wholeheartedly, even when we do not understand His plans. The book teaches that genuine faith does not depend on having all the answers but on believing that God is wise, good, and faithful. No matter how difficult life becomes, those who trust in Him can remain strong, confident, and hopeful, knowing that He is working for a greater purpose.